Well, years ago, his family thought he didn't have long to live, but to this day, he continues to fight.
This morning, our DNFL Zone introduces us to 6-year-old Calvin.
Calvin's mom said it best. It's not the milestones they treasure, but rather the moments, the small accomplishments in his life they never expected. It's a story of overcoming the odds that could teach us all a lesson.
Want to clap your hands?
The sound of music in the Dietert house comes from the strings of a ukulele. A tune that breathes a kind of joy and life into a family that finds beauty in the simple moments just like this.
There's one. Can I have another one? When you see all of the diagnosis, all you see is loss and all you see is sorrow, and that's very real. But what you don't see is what this beautiful boy is going to become and the impact he can make on lives, even though he can't move or he can't talk. Now you're waking up.
Calvin was born on November 24th, 2009 in Thailand. His parents at the time were serving at an international school with a mission group.
Calvin was born and he looked completely normal. He acted like every other baby. He's gonna be fine, even though, his head is smaller, he has microcephaly, maybe the deficits will be very small.
But as time passed, reality hit, and the Dieterts headed back to the States when Calvin was 6 months old.
They told us, this is major. We have no idea if he'll ever walk or talk. He's cognitively impaired. It just started hitting us like a ton of bricks.
Calvin was diagnosed with a very rare neurological disorder.
Calvin's diagnosis is a neuronal migration disorder, which is an umbrella term for something. When I was pregnant with him, during the really crucial stage of development, a virus interrupted his brain development. And because of that, he now has all these secondary diagnoses,
leading to cerebral palsy and serious respiratory issues that at the age of 3 started to threaten his life.
We just knew that we didn't want him to spend his last days in a hospital. So we spoke to several doctors.
They decided to bring Calvin home to make him more comfortable.
The goal was at that point to have him make it through the summer because we didn't think he would make it. We made it through the summer and then we made it through the fall, and time just kept moving on and he was still here with us. I was always anticipating he's not going to be here. And now, he's almost 7 and
to show everybody how hard you try every single day.
Even our doctors have said, one thing Calvin is telling us, he wants to live. He enjoys his life. Oh, there he goes. Now he's going to stand nice, of course. Well, I think that a lot of times as parents of special needs kids, we set up this false battle. Only if we overcome or exceed the diagnosis are we going to live successfully.
But as Calvin proves every day, success comes in the incredible bond he's created with those around him, and in the moments you never expect.
I guess what Calvin has taught us is that even though he hasn't overcome those diagnoses and his condition remains terminal, he in many ways has overcome the odds. His willingness to fight every day, to be joyful, to embrace the moment. And I think that's what we've learned as a family, not to pit ourselves against his circumstances, but to just embrace who he is.
Yeah. There you go. It was so inspiring to meet this family. Spending only a little bit of time with them, I could see the impact Calvin has made on all of them. It really puts things into perspective. Calvin's mom also runs an online support group for moms of special needs kids, a place where they can get connected and receive encouragement. We have a link to that on our website. And of course, if you or someone you know is beating the odds, I would love to hear their story. Contact me at beatingtheodds@fox17online.com. In the studio, DNFL Zone, Fox 17 News.
How about that, Calvin? Is he something?
7 years old. That is so wonderful.
And then to see his sister and the whole thing, they're playing the ukulele, that's pretty neat.
That is great.